Tewksbury. We have, as I switch the screen here, we have Nick Mathieu, Connor Bryant, and Anthony Romano. Gentlemen, how are you tonight?
Doing good.
Very good, very good. Connor, is that a new haircut?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Limitless Barbershop.
Shout out, where?
Limitless Barbershop.
Limitless, yes, we love Limitless. Shout out to Limitless. Well done. Well done. Who cut you today?
We got to get Limitless to throw a little love towards.
Oh yeah, I'll be going to see Christian. Don't you worry. Who cut you today?
Nate.
Nice. All right. So, Connor, let's start with you. 332 all-purpose yards, 4 touchdowns for the week. Named MVC Gridiron Weekly Player of the Week by probably about a 2-1 margin, I think. So congratulations there. Well earned. Tell me just overall your thoughts on the week, the game, the overcoming history there.
At the beginning of the week, Dugan said that we need to have a lot of focus for the game prep for this game because it'd be a really big game and everyone just needed to stay locked in no matter what. And I think throughout practice we did that. We had all really good individual periods and all stuff like that. And we played really good throughout practice. And then when it went to game time, we were ready.
Anthony, how about you? What's your view in terms of how the team delivered?
I think the team played really well. I think our defense stepped up a lot, allowing 1 touchdown and then 1 on kickoff. But I think Blake, Hunter, Nick, Kareem, they all did really well, and just we all came together as a team to pull out that victory.
Bill?
No, I just wanted to talk about the physicality of that game. There seemed to be hitting and blocking. I know it's football; that's what you're supposed to do, but it seemed pretty intense the entire game. Talk a little bit about. Right up to the whistle, there was just a lot of serious hitting going on. Speak to that, gentlemen.
Yeah, there was a lot of plays where me, Matt, or Zach would be running the ball, and we'd get knocked down, and kids would be coming in late, but we just had to be mentally tougher than them and just get up, look for the signal, and move on to the next play, and not let that stuff rattle us.
All right, what about Mr. Romano? What about downfield blocking? It just seemed like the intensity from everybody in that game was from first second to the last second of the game. Just talk a little bit about, your position as linebacker. There was multiple times you were 10 yards from the play, and it seemed like you were still getting checked and hit from multiple Tewksbury people.
Yeah, I think all week coming into the game, we knew that it was going to be a wicked physical game. Every year, Tewksbury's really physical, especially up front with their down linemen. And I think we were just preparing for that all week, like staying focused, like Connor said, and just like what I said, we really stepped up. Like Malden Catholic, we were kind of, I would say like hesitant, especially with first game. But Tewksbury, we were all ready, we were all in, and just playing aggressive whistle.
All right, one. I don't want to say last question because you're here, but we got the score 20-14. Defense just came up with a huge 4-down stance, and now it's 1st and 10, Methuen's ball. We got about 75 yards to go. Nick, talk a little bit about that drive because you played both ways. You were on defense, you're on there for offense. Special teams. Talk about the huddle and just the what was going on in the huddle for every play.
Yeah, it was definitely tiring because of the heat and everything. Everyone was exhausted, but we all knew that we needed to get this win, so we just told each other that we had to keep fighting and just keep putting in all our effort just to get that last touchdown to seal the deal and win.
I mean, that's the one thing that hasn't been talked about a ton is it's 85 degrees out there, and it probably felt like 100 plus on the field. How does the summer conditioning, all the conditioning during the week prepare you for those kind of conditions?
We do double sessions all at the beginning of camp, so our guys are really used to being on the turf where it's hotter than it is on the regular temperature. So I think our guys were pretty much prepared, really good for that. And we were really conditioned out on the turf, so it's usually a lot hotter. So I think we were really well prepared for that.
Anthony, you you have put up beast mode defensive numbers so far. Just talk about the defense as a whole, and Bill and I were texting back and forth during the game, and that 20-14 moment that felt like 2 straight years in terms of how the game was playing out, and it was, you guys flipped the script in terms of just a huge stand there, huge defensive effort overall. But just talk about the defense and how they reversed the history there and sealed the game.
Yeah, I'm really proud of the defense, especially the D linemen, Leslie, Theodore, Jordan, and Josiah Concepcion. I think they all played really well. And we knew coming in that if we wanted to win, we'd have to have a really good day on defense. I think all around we played wicked well. Me and Caleb filling the gaps on defense. Our secondary, Nick, Kareem, Zach Bergeron, Ben Cadet, all played really well. And, yeah.
So, Anthony, talk a little bit about, I know you had an interception at the very, very end to finally seal it, but what was your positioning and your view for Kareem's interception in the end zone, which ultimately stopped one of their other drives?
Yeah, I just saw one of their slot backs running a seam right down the middle of the field, number 4. And I thought it was a straight touchdown, and I started running, and out of nowhere, Kareem jumps and grabs it. That was a great play by Kareem. And I think that's what we need a lot of, like, knowing that we have each other's back on the field, because, like, if Kareem wasn't there, that would have been a touchdown.
All right, there's one other guy I want to talk about a little bit that doesn't get a lot of juice, and Nick, I'll kind of start with you. You guys play with him in Pop Honor, and I know you guys have given him a lot of slack. But how important is Ben Cadet to the defensive backs? Because he was pretty much with Elwood all game, and I don't know his numbers, but I know he was taken out a lot as far as that. So how has Ben Cadet been this year?
Oh, he's been a huge part of the team. With the secondary, he's always like the best one there, and he's always with the receiver, always with the number 1 receiver guarding him, and he always seems to be right there with him and never letting them catch the ball, and always working hard.
Anyone else want to give Ben a little props?
Whenever we do offensive stuff, she's always out there right away to give us a good defensive look, and I think doing that really helps our offense, but it also helps his game, playing with the receivers that we have and getting him mentally prepared for going against the good receivers that MVC has to offer for him.
So this win, you guys 2-0. This changes the flow of the season a little bit in terms of how you guys have had to react. In prior seasons. How are you guys as leaders keeping the team grounded and keeping them focused week to week, and with obviously with a bigger eyes on the prize in the big picture, but just keeping them focused week to week?
Me and all the captains and the coaches have been saying, like, it's only 2-0. Like, we still have other weeks to come, and we just have to keep game playing like we did last week and just play our hearts out like we did last week. So 2-0, it sounds great, but it's a lot better when you're 3-0. So right now we're just focusing on this week, and we don't want to go too far into the future.
Lowell's got some weapons, that's for sure, and I think you're probably getting an even stronger Brendan Tye back this week. He just came back first week back last time, but I think he's probably going to be closer to 100% this week. That's for sure.
Yeah, we're definitely game planning around him right now, but we just got to keep playing how we've been playing, and it's going to be a quick, fast game. It's going to be not like Tewksbury where it's physical, but this game's going to be all about speed and having like the finesse to get around people. So it's a different week for us, but we still have to game plan the same way we did last week.
Bill, anything else from you?
No, I like to hear. I mean, how long did you get to enjoy the Tewksbury win? What was the time frame to when you could say, okay, we won, big game, and then all right, now we got to put it behind us and focus on the next week?
The bus ride home, all day that day, and then Sunday, and that was really it.
All right, gentlemen, I'm going to put you all on the spot. I know you're a team and you don't want to single anybody out, but each one of you, give me a name of somebody that the first 2 weeks has really stepped up and may not, get all the press, all the publicity, but give me a name of somebody that is just a dirt dog that you have a ton of respect for their effort, and regardless of the position. Just give me a name.
I'm gonna have to go Leslie Theodore.
What position? What is? Give me a little.
He plays right tackle, and he's always right by my side. Whenever I'm down on the ground, he's always one of the first guys there to pick me up. So I really appreciate him being right there and protecting me and always having my back.
Sam Kalivas, he's a young kid, sophomore. He plays center, but he's right. He's been right with us all the way and working hard every single day and putting in the effort that we need to be able to win.
I'm going to say left tackle Jordan Duran, who also plays defensive tackle, who's just been a dog on the field. Same with like Leslie and Sam, just always there for us.
Nice. All right. Any final thoughts from you guys, just in terms of shout outs to family? First of all, Connor, you're taken care of, but Nick, Anthony. Actually, no, you got to give a shout out to the mom and the sister and the dog, right?
Yeah, definitely shout out to my family and to my girlfriend right now, who's behind the camera, helping us out right now. So
that's just a serious suck up right there. That's unnecessary PDA.
And he leaves Lucy out,
right?
The
he goes to
dog
Farrah
gets
before
no juice.
Lucy. That cuts rough right there. Nick, how about you?
My family, my mom and my dad, they're always there supporting me no matter what. Like against Malden Catholic, the weather was terrible and it was rainy, and then against Tewksbury it was wicked hot, but they were there through the first minute to the last minute. And then also my girlfriend, Olivia Hubert, she's always there supporting me. She's a cheerleader, so she has to be there. But
Nick, what about your sister that's an ex-Ranger that's now playing college softball? Talk a little bit about your Coralie.
Yeah, she's been good. I know she had an injury last season. She tore her ACL, but she's been working back to be better and come back for the new season and just work hard. That's another. I get it from her too. She's always working hard, putting in all this effort to become the best that she can be.
What's your mom and dad's name, Nick?
Mary Jo and Bob.
Got to get their names out there. That's some good genetics they passed on to you on the athletic side for sure. Anthony, how about you?
Yeah. Shout out mom and dad, and shout out my grandmother, Cheryl.
How about names?
Tony, Romano, Kyle, my mom.
Mom? What's your mom's
Kyle
name?
Romano. Yeah, Kyle Romano, my mom.
Nice. All right. No girlfriend to shout out?
Oh yeah, shout out my girl.
I just wanted to go 3 for 3 here. I didn't, because I don't want them to make you look bad here.
That just happened, so you're gonna get some.
That just happened
in a little while.
All right, so we got a surprise before we end this. A week of honors, but this is going to one of you, but it's really on behalf of the whole team. AFC Urgent Care they're the title sponsor for the show. Phenomenal people, Lisa Williams and the whole crew over at AFC Urgent Care. They sponsor the show, but they're also sponsoring a Player of the Week. And each week we will name a MHS Star of the Week, and AFC Urgent Care will donate $100 each week to the MHS All Sports Booster Club. And this week's winner won Connor Bryant. 332 all-purpose yards, 4 touchdowns in the win. Connor, any words you'd like to say in terms of the win?
It was pretty cool, and it was definitely a game that I wanted to win, and definitely my linemen played really well, and that's what I was really, really proud about. And they stuck out through the entire game, and they were working hard. So. And
I'm sure you want to give a shout out to AFC Urgent Care, yes?
Yeah, thank you to them, because I always go to them for physicals whenever I need it, and without the physical, I'm obviously able to play. So thank you, AFC Urgent Care.
Nice.
So Tim, just for the record, I didn't know about this booster donation, but Connor and my daughter Julia both got their physicals this year at AFC on Merrimack Street. So Lisa has been a huge supporter, but this is a great thing for the boosters, and the partnership with AFC Urgent Care is tremendous.
I said it. I said it 3 times to her just to be, because $100 every week they're going to donate on behalf of one of the Methuen high school athletes. It's so far above and beyond. I just couldn't believe it. I should believe it because Lisa has been phenomenal. When we got this show up and running to start with, she was one of the first on board. We were late to the game. I was ill this year, so we were late to the game. Weren't sure if we were going to do this show. And again, she was the first person I reached out to, and it took about her 20 seconds for her to respond and say, "Of course we're in. We love you guys. We love the show. We love being part of Methuen High and Methuen Athletics." So huge shout out to AFC Urgent Care. Okay, guys. Big thank you for joining the show and for taking some time out on a weeknight for us, and congratulations on the start, and we'll be rooting for you this week and beyond.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, great job, guys.